Konnichiwa. Special request winner, we have Deadman, Additional Cause for Sorrow, guitar tabs, and guitar lesson. A special note with this, if you're trying to play along in the recorded version, with a version you would be listening to on YouTube or whatever, just know that they'll be in a drop E flat tuning. All right, so just basically a standard tuning, but everything's just taken a half a step lower. So it's just like an E flat standard there. And for our purposes here, I'm just going to keep it in a standard tuning. So you can just jump in with me without having to tune or anything like that. But just know if you want to play with the recording, that's what's going on there. And we start with this main riff here. Fun, interesting chord here. It's E minor flat 6, which is basically like we're just making our regular E minor chord. All right, but we want to do this 1 on the B string as well. All right, and basically we just kind of hit it like that, the full chord, and then maybe just, through the bass parts of it. All right, and then basically we just left off that 1 and just make it a regular E minor now. And strum it, and then maybe a couple of quick strums. All right, it's a loose kind of shuffling strum, and after we get through those 2 chords, then we just move over to what kind of looks like an E major shape, but just up a set of strings. It basically becomes like a C chord with the extra G on top. So we're just doing a 3 on the E and the A, and a 2 on the D. And basically, you just want to strum it down through, say, the D string. If you hit an open G string, no big deal. All right, just a couple strums like that. Now we're going to play around through the middle of it here. We do a little open D to 2 hammer on. Okay, and then we do an open to 2 G hammer on. Okay, hit those 2s maybe a couple more times. Hit it again and pull back off to open. And then just land on that 2 of the D. So just slowly B. Right, and we just cruise through that whole thing just like that. For the chorus, we just kind of stay at that C with the G bass note, the 3s with the 2 D. You can get the open G with it, that's fine. And with this, we're just kind of strumming right along, just kind of, accenting maybe every other strum or so, like that type of deal, just, cruising along with it. And we'll strum that out for a handful of counts, and then we just jump down to this D sus2, so almost like we're making a regular D chord, but you can just leave the high E open. And it's just kind of like a bang bang. Land at the E minor. Just give it a full strum, and then you can give it a couple strums following. Just a little something like that, nothing super set in stone. And just cruise through those 3 chords a handful of times, and we wrap it up by just moving over to, say, like a F power chord at the 1, E3 on the A and D. And with this, we just kind of build it up for a few counts. And then we slide up to this E flat, just kind of octaves really. It's probably overall like a E flat minor, but just worrying about the octaves where we hit like the 6A and the 8 on the G here. It's just a 1, 2, 3, 4. For the first bridge here, we're kind of just messing with the same chords. We're just kind of, switching around the pattern a little bit. Making it a little quicker turnaround, so we go our same C with the G, so we get the 3s and the 2 there. It's just kind of like 1, 2, and then we just straight from there drop down to the D sus2, and it's 1, 2. All right, and we just go right through it like that a few times. And then we go to the E minor and just do a full measure of that. for the second bridge, I guess you would call it, kind of similar chords going on here. We do throw in like a slightly newer one where, we start with our C and the G, so we got our threes on the E and A, 2 on the D. And with this, we do like a 1, 2, 3, and then we just take that shape right there, just drop it down a fret. So now we get like a B with the F sharp on top, so it's just 2s with the 1. And with this, it's like hit it, maybe a little hesitation, a couple more strums. All right, just go through it a few times, and then we come off to the E minor.